Happy Valentine's month, everybody. I'm the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to share with you some of my favorite Valentine's Day episodes from TV shows or even movies. Um, Not everything is all lovey-dovey. Sometimes Valentine's Days deal with heartache and everything. So, some episodes will be romantic and lovey-dovey, while others will be very sad and heart-wrenching and stuff. But love is love. It doesn't always come with smiles and giggles and glee. So, I'm here today to talk to you about Batman Beyond Season 2 Rats. This was a very disturbing episode. It was stalkerish, it was creepy, it was interesting, and it was funny because it was a part in there that was really funny. So, Terry is still at odds with his girlfriend Dana. She's pissed because of the whole he has to do errands for Bruce Wayne and stuff. Because why? He's Batman. And so he patrols the streets at night. She don't know this, so it's kind of irritating. Now, the season 2 is when Max shows up. And she knows Terry's identity because she cracked it. She's highly intelligent and stuff. And so, when Terry goes to see her, she don't want nothing to do with him because she's irritated with him because he missed their date. Now, in this episode, Dana's wearing a brand new dress, an orange one. It's nice. She normally wears a blue one. It's very rare for animation to change up their outfits. I remember Kim Possible wore the same thing in every episode until they changed up in later episodes. And so, he knows he's screwed up, and as she's walking away, she goes back to her car and she sees a white flower. It looks like a rose with a note talking about "I'll be there for you." She thinks it's from Terry, so she calls him at night and tells him that she loves the flower and she wants to go out. He's weirded out. He's all like, flowers, you don't know what she's talking about. But she says she wants to meet at a place called Rhino's Chili, and she'll wear that special dress he likes. It's a very revealing dress. You can tell that Bruce Timm thinking of that when he came up with that dress. And so we get to meet her father for the first time. And he doesn't like Terry because Terry has a criminal record. Now, in the second season, Bruce Timm has stated that since season 1 was all about Terry fighting supervillains and metahumans and corporate espionage and stuff, he decided, since Terry's a teenager and this was supposed to be a more younger Batman series, let's make a lot of Terry's problems happen at school. Only problem with that, season 2 primarily takes place in a lot of high school hijinks. Some of them kind of just dude, this is too kiddish, you know what I'm saying? He needs to fight supervillains that aren't teenagers and this and that. But some episodes are cool, some are not. The second season kind of, there's more episodes, but I don't like that whole high school aspect of it and stuff. But I get why he did that. Because Terry is in high school. He's not older Bruce, And so, but then again, who wants to see a Batman constantly fight high schoolers, high school teachers, and constantly be in high school? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, Dana goes there to meet who she thinks is Terry. It's not Terry. Now, the reason why it's called Rats, in the news feed, it shows that there are these giant rats terrorizing people. And so Dana thinks she sees Terry. It's not Terry. And she gets kidnapped. She gets kidnapped by this rat-looking guy. He is literally a rat man. And so, he's a teenager. And he's with these giant rats. And they are huge. And so, he takes her down below the sewers. And when she wakes up, there's a bunch of stuff from, stores. TVs, toys, a car, stuff he steals, And he tells her, he collects the stuff that people don't want and everything. He's the one who sent her the flower. He grew the flower underground. They're a special type of mutated type flower that only grows in darkness. And so Terry, when he goes to the Rhino place, he sees Dana's not there and thinks that she got tired of him being late. Why was he late? Because Mad Stan decided he was going to blow up a library. this is where the humor comes in. Mad Stan is hilarious in this episode. I think it's his first episode appearance. Now he does get a third season episode, but he's not in it that most. And even it's weird because it's his center. It's his focus episode, but it doesn't center around him. And he takes himself out by taking a sleeping agent. So that was very depressing. His thing is he is like an extremist. He doesn't like the government. He thinks that they have like surveillance all over the world, spying on people. And so his idea is to blow everything up. That is his catchphrase. And he literally has tons of explosions. And so when he's like blowing up the library, he's fighting like Batman. And so Batman tells him when he goes on a rant, that's when he's at his most dangerous because he just goes crazy. And boy, he's like a rhinoceros. Just he goes bat stir crazy on Batman. And then he straps a bomb to Batman's head. You have to watch this for yourself. Now, Patrick is the rat boy. He lives down in the sewer. They used to call him rat boy and stuff. And so with him, it's never like really explained how he became the way he did or how the rats did verbally. But visually, we will see how. I'll explain that a little bit later. So he basically tells Dana he likes her and all this and stuff. Of course, she doesn't like him. And so she tricks him and talking about, oh, she wants some real food. Like she wants him to go to Rhino's and get her some chili, the type that she likes. Hoping that Terry will show up, see this rat dude, see she's not there, and try to put two and two together. Or at least somebody will, you know. So he tells her, don't wander off because it could be dangerous because there's rats all over in the sewer that he controls and everything. So, of course, when he leaves, what she does, she escapes. Now, Bruce Timm has stated that this episode purpose was to show that Dana is capable of taking care of herself. Because so far she comes off as a nagging girlfriend because Terry's always late. And that's really what she is. She nags all the time. So he wanted to show that, you know, a focus center episode on her that she can handle her own self and be resourceful and stuff. Now, when she makes her escape, we see how Patrick turned into a rat boy and the rats turned really big. There is nuclear, like toxic, poisonous materials, sludge all down in the sewer. So when he ran away from being made fun of, he got mutated and stuff. So it's kind of like what happened to Master Splinter. He's kind of like him, a giant rat person. So it's so gross when she tries to escape because she has to like walk in this sewage water and it's thigh high to her thighs and everything. And it's green, it's mucky, and it's sewer water. She slips and falls, goes completely submerged in there. Rats are crawling all over her face. She gets freaked out. She decides she's gonna swim out of there. Ew! In that nasty sewer green water, right? So when she's trying to make her escapes, the rats start to like hover around her. They're gonna eat her and stuff. Now, back with Terry, he's at his place. He trying to call Dana, but she won't answer. Her dad shows up, pissed off, talking about, I told my daughter to stay away from you. You're a bad influence, blah, blah, blah. And now she's missing. So he goes out in his Batman gear and he's looking for like Dana. Bruce is doing everything he can, computer-wise and stuff. And so when Terry goes to the place she was supposed to meet him at, he sees people running and the giant rats. He goes inside, sees Rat Boy. He makes his escape. Terry follows him into the sewers. And then that's when Patrick saves Dana from being eaten by the rats and everything. And she tells him straight up she can't live with him down in the sewer. And then she makes the mistake of making fun of him, insulting him. Ooh, he does not like this. He tells her straight up, you're just like everybody else. And she's like, what are you talking about? He confesses to her. He's kidnapped other people before. People that he thought was mistreated that could be his friend. And she's all like, well, where are these people now? He's all like, well, they don't make fun of me no more. And the rats start like crawling towards her. He let the rats eat those other kids. You know what's funny about this series? the WB told Bruce that, hey, we want a younger Batman series and everything. Like in his earlier days, Bruce decided, forget that. I don't want to do no like year one Batman. And so he did Batman Beyond, where Terry's a teenager, and it's supposed to be more of a lighthearted Batman series. It was the darkest one of them all. This is darker than Batman the Animated Series. So when Bruce Timm says his new HBO Max is going to be more Batman the Animated Series than Batman the Animated Series, dude, you already did that with Batman Beyond. So then, of course, after this series, they came out with The Batman, which was in his year one stage, or year two. And so as the rat's about to eat Dana, here comes Batman, fighting the giant rats off and everything. Dana decides she's going to hold her own. She's going to take a hockey stick, a teddy bear, set it on fire, and then, use it like a torch and everything. Well, she can't really hold her own that long, so Batman does all his best. Something happened, like an explosion, and then everything goes scattered. That's when Batman takes Dana up out of there. And the rat dude is supposedly dead and everything. And then when the cops and paramedics are treating Dana and stuff, Terry comes in his civilian clothes, and he's like, dude, I'm so sorry, like, I was late and all this other stuff. She's just like, just shut up and give her a hug. Like, she just forgives him because she's been through a traumatic experience. She doesn't care. She just wants to be in the arms of her boyfriend. And so it pans away, and we see that white flower with the sign saying, I'll always be there for you. And then the wind blows it into pieces and stuff. So either he's still alive and left that and forgave her, or he just left that there and fell out of his pocket. Either way, this was a disturbing episode. I could not believe how dark and twisted this episode was and everything. But it was very suspenseful and very good. Now, wasn't that romantic? Or depressing, depending on what kind of video I just talked about. Okay, well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. And bye.